You remember when His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was sworn in 2017. I mean, he gave a very powerful speech, and a lot of Ghanaians were like, wow, this is powerful. Little did we know that portions of the speech happened to be pressurized speech from another president. So I am not surprised that we are seeing a couple of NDC's policy being stolen by this current government. But you see, it is not just the issue of putting policies in a document or assembling policies and say it's a manifesto and people vote based on what you promise to do. In 2017 or in the 2016 run-up, the MPP, used a lot of propaganda. They promised Ghanaians heaven, but currently we are all experiencing what we can refer to as hell. We are seeing a depreciation in the cedi. In 2016, His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia said he was going to arrest the dollar. Unfortunately, we've now seen that the cedi have broken jail. This morning, as we are talking, $1 to a cedi, $1, you need 13.75 Ghana cedis to purchase just $1. As at the time His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia said things were hard, cedi to $1, $1, you just need 4 Ghana cedis to purchase $1. Today you need 13 cedis, 75 pesos to get $1. Again, during his time, he said what? Taxes increment or taxing a lot or increment in taxes hurt businesses. Today, we've seen that under their watch, they've introduced 40 new taxes. The time they were accusing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government as being corrupt, as a man who was incompetent, at that time, inflation was just 15.4%. Today, inflation is more than 20%. In fact, it went as high as 54%. So I am saying that it is not just the issue of copying somebody's manifesto and think that people will vote for you based on the manifesto that you will tell the people. Ghanaians have seen that this government is full of deceit. This government promised us heaven, but they have delivered hell. At the time when they accused His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's administration, unemployment was 8%. Today, unemployment have risen as high as 14.7%. The time they said things were not good, nurses are suffering, teachers are suffering, truck drivers are suffering, mates are suffering. At that time, a gallon of petrol was 14 cedis. This morning, a liter of petrol is more than 15 Ghana cedis. So you can see that this government promised us heaven, but they are delivering hell. Our money, I mean, your salary in 2016, you can imagine the number of bags of cement you can buy if you intend to use your entire salary to buy it. Today, I'm sure that will not even buy a quarter of the quantity you could buy. 2016, we're buying a bag of cement for 23 Ghana cedis. This morning, or as we are talking now, cement is around 97 Ghana cedis. So as I said, they promised us so much in 2016. Ghanaians voted for them based on the promise and in their manifesto, the fact that there will be one district, one district, one dam, one village, what is it? One district, one factory, one village, one dam.
You can't forget now, the one this, one that.
Yes.
There are lots.
Now, the promised issue of planting for food and jobs. So the normal circumstance or what everybody expects is that say planting for food and jobs, just as the title indicates. It means that there will be a lot of food and to mean that a lot of people will be employed. But today, what are we seeing? Skyrocketing of prices of food. In fact, when you look at the inflation and you just take the food basket inflation, it's happened to be one of the highest as far as inflation is concerned. 2016, you could buy a bag of maize for 80 Ghana cedis. Today, a bag of maize is going for 800 to 900 Ghana cedis. And so if the same government comes to tell us that they are going to do this or that based on their manifesto promises, we've seen a lot of such promises that they could not deliver. We've seen them promising the youth that they were going to employ them. Today, we are seeing youth unemployment, having risen from 25% to more than 30%. We are seeing an increase in inflation as far as prices of food is concerned. We are seeing unemployment increasing from 8% to 14%. So, of course, Bawumia can throw a lot of jargon out there that they are going to do this, they are going to do that. But it is not just about throwing figures or throwing words out there. It's about their scorecards. What is their scorecard today? What we can talk about their scorecard is corruption. What we can talk about their scorecard is hardship. What we can talk about their scorecard is increase in inflation, increase in the price of fuel. I mean, gas. A time when, people were encouraged to use clean energy. And so we're encouraging people who were using charcoal and firewood, for cooking to migrate to use of gas. Today, they cannot afford the gas again. So we are again getting a lot of people going back to using charcoal and firewood for cooking. When you look at the World Bank report 2020, it says that as of 2022, it said that 850,000 people have been pushed to the poverty line. Today, not just, I'm sure if they should take the statistics again, we would have seen further more people push into the poverty line, because you would notice that the value of our income have depreciated, I'm sure, more than 50% if we want to calculate. So if a government that is ruling or is governing today, we are seeing all this hardship, what else can they tell us that Ghanaians will believe? They promise us heaven. I just sent you a video, and that video just portrays a community that Mahmoud Bawumia and his convoy were visiting.
Yeah. The one they said was blocked.
Yes.
But they have denied that he was not blocked.
Yeah, but I mean, you see,
okay,
sometimes
if you have the video,
it's quite interesting when people come out to deny something that there's video evidence. There are things that you can see that this is what is happening. It's just like Dr. Kingsley, I've just forgotten, Nyako, who said he was not giving money to somebody, that it was a document he was giving to an EC official.
No, he said he was not bribing.
He said it wasn't money, that it was a document he was giving.
Oh, he earlier on said it was a document. Okay,
exactly.
I didn't hear that.
Yes, he said it was document. Then later on he said he was not bribing, it was just money he was giving to them for lunch. There was a clear evidence that this man was bribing an EC official, because at that time there was an activity going on, and he denied it. So of course, these people, if they tell you that, it's not Bawumia's convoy that was blocked, or they were not blocked, there are video evidence. So it just tells you that, look, these people have lost touch of the people. These people are just probably throwing dust in the eyes of Ghanaians. And now there's no amount of propaganda that can save them. Everybody is now aware about their deceits. They came to power by deceiving us. By the fact that when they came, the cedi at that time to $1 that was 4 cedis, they were going to bring it to 1 cedi to $1. They promised us that at that time that unemployment was 8%. They were going to reduce it to make sure that unemployment comes down to probably to 1% or even less, or there wouldn't be any Ghanaian unemployed. They were telling us that when they come to power, They were not going to, depend on taxes because they were going to move from taxation to production. Today, I don't know, when you go to a shop and you buy items, if you look at the amount of, or the number of taxes on the item, it's unimaginable, it's unbelievable. I went to a company wanting to buy something and they gave me an estimate. It can't be funny. The tax alone was about 20,000 Ghana cedis. So the item is priced so high, but if you take the 20,000 out of the item, you will realize that the amount of money you were paying was far less.
The 10,000 was taxes you were paying?
Just taxes alone. Taxes alone was 20,000 Ghana cedis. And I'm like, how can we grow as a country? How can the economy expand if taxes are so much? But yet they promised us that they were going to reduce taxes. I remember very well when His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa won the election in 2017 or December 2016. When you go to Abosokan, they reduced prices because for them, he promised that when he comes, he was going to reduce taxes on importation. And so they will be able to import more and be able to sell and make profit. Today, go to Abosokan and see. A car that in 2016 was sold for about 50,000. Today, you go, they are selling that same car for about 200,000 Ghana cedis.